let me ask a question before I tell this next story. Anybody in here?
Anybody in here?
Anybody in here? Has anybody in here ever walked in on their parents?
Walked in on their parents?
And their parents having sex?
Did you do what kids do? You walked in without knocking?
It was my room.
It was your room? Your dad's a fucking savage. Your dad was like, let's go fuck in her room. That'll be awesome. So, tell me how that happened. What's that?
I was supposed to be a grandma.
You were supposed to be at grandma's. That doesn't really excuse him fucking in your room, but I appreciate you doing it. So tell me what happened.
I was one of those kids that didn't ever clean her room.
You never cleaned your room?
So mom was in there cleaning and dad took it as an opportunity
To bend her over your bed. Wait, so you walked in and did...
And there was my dad's hairy ass.
Wowzers. And did they know you walked in?
Yeah, I screamed.
Or you screamed, yeah. You were like, why is there a Wookiee fucking my mom? Yeah.
Anybody in here ever walk in on their parents having sex? Oh, okay. Tell me the story with your parents right there. This will be great. Yeah. Yeah. If you're gonna tell me this, either you tell me the story or your sister is. Wait, your parents don't know? They do now. Oh, dude, oh, come on! Tell us the story. How? They didn't mean to do this. That's not the right thing, but I don't know why that was my move. That was a little weird, especially coming from a Jew. I shouldn't be out here like this all the time. It's a really weird move for me. How old were you when it happened?
24.
Whoa! Wait, that's how old you are right now?
Yeah.
And your sister knew, but your parents didn't?
Yeah.
Just real brief, what happened?
I was just checking to see if they were awake. It was like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
We all run a family business.
Yeah, you do.
I went upstairs to see if they were awake, because usually they're down there like early in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I thought they were like dead or something.
Yeah, dude, your dad was putting in some work upstairs, you know what I mean? So you opened the door, and they didn't know, and you closed it real quick.
Not quick. No, I had to like.
Not quick? What do you mean? Were you like... Yeah, what do you mean, not quick? Were you like, well, this is an Instagram. I gotta put this on the gram. How long ago was this?
This morning.
And mom and dad, but this is a good thing. You need to know that your parents are empty nesters and that they still fuck. That's good for them. And by the way, dude, I would have them pay for the therapy. I mean, it seems only fair. Anybody in here, by the way, ever walk in on their parents having sex? You did, dude? How old were you?
Which time?
Oh, How about the most recent time?
I was 18.
Ooh, old enough to get a boner.
So we used to live in Florida. We were about 30 minutes away from Disney World. So
Well, I'm not sure why that part is important to the story. But... And tell me what you saw. And say it slowly. I might use it later. You made eye contact with your dad? Oh, no. And was he like, get out of here? What? So what happened? Eye contact. What happened?
I walked in and it was him and my stepmom going at it, and I just looked at him and was like, bad time, huh?
And he said, or good, put another battery in the camera. Wow.
He actually had me unpause Netflix for him.
Wow, dude. Yeah, did Disneyland make up for that, or? I hope he bought you one of those giant pickles or whatever you get there. Did anybody in here ever walk in on their parents having sex? Go ahead, what happened?
There was porn playing on the TV.
There was porn playing on the TV, and you were 12, you were like, let's have a look at that.
They were on the kitchen table.
They were on the kitchen table? First of all, your dad's a fucking legend. Second of all, I hope you never ate on that fucking table again, dude. For the rest of your life, where you're like, are we ever gonna buy a new table? You can't wash that enough times for me.
I sat on the couch or ate outside.
You sat on the couch or ate outside. Yeah, your dad ate at that table a couple different ways. Wow, dude. You probably kept your own fork and knife in your pocket, too. You were like, these are the two I'm using for the rest of my life. Holy shit. Wow. Did you ever buy them a new kitchen table for Christmas? Just be like, hey. This one doesn't have all the cum on it. Wow. How old were you? High school. Ooh, yeah. And tell me what happened. You just walked right into the room?
Well, it was actually, all the lights were outside, and I turned on the light to find the dog, and I found my parents in the pool.
Your parents were in the pool fucking? Yeah, dude, I like your dad's style. Fuck yeah. Yeah, he's like, there's chlorine in here, it'll be fun. They cleaned this out overnight, right? And so you turned on the lights, and did they stop?
They scattered.
You know what's great about that? They're in the water, you can't scatter that quickly. Your dad was probably like, oh, fuck. Just slow walking with a boner, just. Just trying to get out of here, yeah, wow. Did you turn the lights back out at least, or?
Yeah. No, I turned on the lights, I looked out the window, and I saw them, and they moved, and they whoop, and I turned off the lights, and we never talked about it.
Never talked about it, yeah. I love that when I ask this, because most people just, their parents and the kid never discuss it ever again.
No, but that might be the next conversation.
Yeah, dude. Listen, should we get him on the phone right now? I mean, that seems fun. Has anybody in here ever walked in on their parents having sex? You? Your mom's right here. Wait, did your mom not know this until right now? Fucking welcome to this episode of Maury. Wow, well, let's get into it. How old were you?
I was like 18.
18?
She's 27, does that count?
Yeah, hey, listen, okay, wow. Tell me exactly what you saw. You walked in.
Something happened and I walked right back out. I'm like, I'm done.
I love that you picked right now to tell her. Mom, how do you feel about yourself?
Did you learn anything?
Did you learn anything? Has anybody in here ever walked in on their parents having sex? You did, dude? And so, but you didn't knock though. You walk. That's the thing. Most kids, they don't knock because you don't think your parents fuck. But they do, huh? So you walked in. Did they know you walked in? Yeah. They did. Your mom did? Yeah. What? Without getting too descriptive, like what are we looking at when you walk in? Mom's mom and dad. Your mom's mom and dad. Yeah, dude. What's funny? I said without getting too descriptive. You're like, no problem. Wow. Okay. So your mom noticed, but your dad didn't. He was like. He was like, this never happens anymore. So tell me, so you walked in, your mom noticed, and stopped, and then you ran out. You shut the door. And and how long until they came out of the room?
I think they finished. I went to my room.
You went to your room. Yeah, and your dad was like, hey, there, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't matter when we go out and talk to him, right? I mean, so did they ever mention it?
Nope.
You never talked about it?
Nope.
Should we call him right now? Anybody in here ever walked in on their parents having sex before? Wow. Oh, wow. Oh. How old were you when that happened?
I was in the same room.
You were in the same room? Yeah, why? That's a good question. I think we were all thinking the same thing. Yeah, why? Why? How old were you, first of all?
14.
What were you doing in the same room?
Hotel room.
You were in a hotel room? Your dad's a fucking savage. He was like, I don't give a shit. Just pull those panties to the side. I don't give a fuck. What? So, what? What? So it was like middle of the night. They thought you were asleep, and then they turned on a porno. Not subtle at all. So they just thought you would sleep through the porno. It was on low. Yeah, but they weren't, were they? And so you woke up to the porno or to them?
I wasn't asleep yet.
You weren't asleep yet. So you didn't at least go, hey. This isn't the kind of porn I watch, or whatever. I'm really into 2 guy, 1 girl. I don't like this one, yeah. So then what? They turned it on, you put the pillow over your head.
I didn't move.
You didn't move. And so, did they ever know?
No.
Do you want to call them right now? Wow. And so I have so many questions, but I'm not sure I want to ask. Were they at least trying to be quiet?
Yeah.
They were. Yeah. Were you asking her where she's from? Take it easy, dude. She's sitting next to her husband.
Is there anybody in here that ever walked in on their parents having sex? Did your parents know you walked in?
Well, yeah, because I asked for Vaseline, and then I said...
You asked for Vaseline? And your dad was like, I got some on my fingers. Here you go. Yeah, take a little off the tip right here, son. I got some.
Has anybody in here ever walked in on their parents having sex? How old? 12?
Yeah.
And did you just walk in also?
No, my appendix was acting up.
Your appendix was acting up.
Yeah, so I went to my parents because I was like, something's wrong with...
Your dad took you to the hospital with a boner? That must have been terrible. Take care of my daughter. I gotta get back to the house real quick.
I waited until they finished.
You waited until he finished? What a considerate daughter. Holy shit. You didn't know if it was important.
Girl, you're supposed to get your...
Oh, you thought maybe you were having cramps.
Yeah, I thought I was having cramps, but it was apparently worse than...
Yeah, wow. And then
I just sat outside the door.
you sat outside. Did they know you were seeing it?
No, I waited until I was done, and then I...
Do they know that story now?
Yes.
Were they like, you probably should have told us?
No.
No, your dad was like, thanks for waiting. Yeah. Oh, he had 5 girls? Oh, he didn't fuck for like 20 years. Has anybody in here ever walked in on their parents having sex? How old were you?
23.
23?
It wasn't my parents, it was my grandma who voiced
It was your grandma?
It was your grandmother and her boyfriend? First of all, I need some ages. How old was the grandma? 60 something? Yeah, so a lot of skin happening in that. All right. And how old was the guy? A little bit older. So there was some long nuts happening. And tell me, what's that? They were resting on grandma's chin? So did your grandma know?
Eventually.
Eventually. What do you mean? Like, how long were you standing there? What do you mean, eventually?
Shock kind of took over, and Keith just stayed really quiet for way too long.
Wait, you stood there? It was in the lounge? What? Whose house was this? By the way, Grandma's a fucking freak. Grandma gets down. Wow. Wow, that is a new one for me.
Is there anybody in here that ever walked in on their parents having sex? You did? How old were you?
I was probably like 13.
13? Did you knock, or what was the...
Yeah, I knocked and I called their name and opened the door, and my dad was going down on my mom.
Yeah. So he was busy. It was really her responsibility to call it out. And he can't leave his post, you know what I mean? He's got to stay there for a certain duration of time. Her mouth, I'm assuming, didn't have anything in it, right? So she could have said something. Wow. And when you walked in, what did you... Did they know you walked in?
Yeah, they just looked over at me and I said, ew, shit.
Yeah. Can I ask, did your dad at least finish, or was he like, let me just finish up and then I'll go get it?
They never said anything.
They never said anything?